Hey guys! Welcome to Series World. Today I'm going to explain a steamy romance series called Sex Life from 2021. Turn on subtitles and spoilers ahead. The 8th episode opens with Billie and Brad. After Brad proposes, Billie imagines a world where they get married, have children, and live happily. But still, she rejects his proposal. Billie believes that life with Brad will be incredible, and she knows that. But she can't just leave everything for him. She knows that life with Cooper is not perfect, and it's really hard for her. But she loves Cooper, and can't have a future without Cooper. Brad gets emotional after hearing all of this from Billie, but still tells her that she will always be his first choice. Brad leaves after briefly feeling her warmth one last time. Meanwhile, Cooper sees all of this unfold from a window. In the morning, Sasha is spending time with the kids. Hudson then asks about his dad, and Billie replies that he's in bed because he's feeling a bit sick. Cooper is resting, and Billie brings him food, but Cooper isn't hungry. Billie then starts talking about last night. Cooper is visibly upset about last night, and he thinks he became a monster. Cooper believes that he broke their marriage vows by being intimate with Trina last night. But Billie thinks otherwise. She thinks it's not cheating at all because they both agreed to go there. Cooper is unhappy about what he did to Devon last night. Billie dismisses these thoughts of Cooper and tells him that she loves the way he is. Cooper thinks there's a stain on him and their marriage now. Billie believes that everyone has darkness in them, and that's why we make mistakes. But Cooper thinks he didn't have any, and blames Billie for all of this. Cooper says all of this happened because he tried to be the person Billie wanted. Billie doesn't have a clear answer to all these questions, but suggests that they should start fresh from now on. Cooper can't start fresh after what happened last night. He thinks he can never go back to his old self again. Billie still tries to convince him, saying that if she can forget about what happened between Cooper and Trina, why can't he forget about her and Brad? Cooper argues that Billie still loves Brad. But Billie assures him, saying Brad is gone and he's never coming back. But Cooper thinks otherwise. He believes Brad will never be out of their lives. While they're arguing, Hudson comes into their room to talk to his dad. At night, Sasha talks to Billie. Sasha thinks that they should take a break now. But Billie is completely against this idea. She already turned down Brad for Cooper. Billie loves her husband and she'll not let go of this life. Sasha appreciates this spirit of hers. Billie then gets herself a brand new MacBook and starts writing a new journal. She believes that the journal that destroyed her marriage can also fix it. Billie writes about her memories with both Brad and Cooper. She believes that she's lucky to have these people in her life and she can't lose everything now. Billie then takes Hudson's school to where she meets Caroline. Caroline ignores Billie and Hudson, so Billie confronts her. Caroline reveals that Trina told her Billie took Trina and Devon to a sex party. Billie is shocked and tells her that it was Trina who took them there. Caroline tells her that Trina is not like that and accuses Billie of cheating on her husband. Billie tries to clear up these misunderstandings, but Caroline keeps blaming her and Cooper. Caroline says that Billie and Cooper won't even last until Christmas, and then leaves. The scene shifts to Cooper going to work. He meets his boss, Francesca, and Devon. Surprisingly, Devon hasn't complained about his fight with Cooper. Francesca informs Cooper that Devon came up with an idea, but she thinks it's very risky. She asks Cooper if they should proceed with Devon's idea. Francesca says that they won't make much money out of it, but if Cooper agrees, they will proceed with it. Cooper feels pity after seeing Devon's face and agrees to go along with Devon's plan, but asks Francesca not to invest too much money on this. But Devon sees the opportunity, asks them to invest more. After Francesca leaves, Devon reveals to Cooper that he'll blackmail him for what he did to him. The scene shifts to Billie as she goes to meet Trina. Billie confronts Trina, saying she manipulated the story. Billie tells her that Trina shouldn't touch her husband that night and warns her to stay away from her family. Trina then confronts her, saying she talks about intimacy and freedom, but still she made a scene at a very private party. Billie then says she doesn't want a relationship like Trina and Devon, where they can fantasize about somebody else. Trina thinks Billie won't be happy after suppressing her wild thoughts about intimacy, and she also deduces that Cooper will probably leave Billie soon. The scene shifts to Cooper confessing to his boss that he doesn't approve Devon's idea at all because it will not work. Francesca then realizes that it was Cooper who beat up Devon. Cooper then reveals the whole story about what happened at that private party. Francesca then informs him that she needs to report the whole story to HR as fighting with coworkers is against their policy. Francesca thinks Billie is destroying Cooper and he should leave her. She then offers him her house keys, saying he can come to her place and have a fresh start. Cooper accepts the house keys. The scene shifts to Billie texting Cooper asking when he'll be home. Right then, Hudson comes up to her, asking if they're getting a divorce. Billie is shocked and asks from where he learned about it. Hudson says Caroline told her daughter Hannah about it and Hudson learned it from Hannah. Right then, Sasha comes to their house and asks when they'll leave for the school program. Hudson says they'll go after his dad gets home. Billie calls Cooper, but he cuts the call. Billie leaves a voicemail begging him to come home. The scene shifts to Cooper going to Brad's place to talk. Cooper looks around his home, and he can't stop imagining Brad and Billie making love. Brad then offers him a drink, and they start talking. Cooper thinks there is something going on between Brad and Billie. He asks Brad if he wants her back, and if he'll take care of Billie. Cooper says he'll walk away if Brad takes care of Billie and the kids. Brad replies that he's in love with Billie and he'll do anything to get her back, but Billie doesn't want that. Cooper can't believe that Billie rejected him. Brad then explains that he tried everything to get her back, but she rejected him. Brad tells him that Billie wants a stable life now and only Cooper can give her that. Lastly, Brad asks Cooper if he'll take care of Billie. Cooper feels reassured by Brad's words and then leaves Brad's home. Meanwhile, Billie is at the school program where she confronts Caroline and Trina. They are in a heated argument where both Trina and Caroline taunts Billie for her past and try to downplay her saying Cooper left them. As they argue, Cooper comes in to defend Billie. Devon also comes forward to defend her wife Trina, but Cooper makes it clear to everyone that he loves his wife, Billie. Though they are having some issues in their marriage, but they will get over it. Both Caroline and Trina are shocked to see Cooper defending Billie after all of this. Cooper and Billie then sit down to talk. Cooper reveals that he lost his partnership and he might lose his job. The HR will take the decision after talking to Devon. Cooper then reveals that he went to see Brad, and he knows that Brad came to their home last night. Billie says she was afraid to tell him that Brad proposed her last night. Cooper then suggests that the only way this marriage will work is if both of them are honest with each other. Billie agrees and apologizes for everything. Cooper then assures her, saying that everything will be all right. The next day, Billie applies for a graduate admissions program at Columbia University where Sasha works. After that, both Billie and Cooper start their new journey. Billie goes to her university and meets Sasha while Cooper goes to work where Devon approaches him, saying that he has withdrawn the complaint from HR. It seems they are finally moving on from their past issues. Caroline also reconciles with Billie. A few days later, Cooper and Billie go to a seminar where Sasha talks about her new book. At the seminar, Billie notices Brad and gets a flashback of her time with him. After the seminar, Sasha introduces Alex to Billie and Cooper. After going home, Billie looks at her old jacket and reflects on her past self. Right then, Sasha FaceTimes her and shows her the engagement ring she got from Alex. Billie is happy for her, and Sasha tells her that she finally found someone who is wild in bed. Sasha is still unsure if she should get married or if she can adjust to that life at all, and she asks Billie what she should do. Billie advises her not to consider anyone else after marriage because having a true life partner matters the most. Later, Billie and Cooper attend Hudson's school program where they meet both Caroline and Trina. Trina tells her that Cooper inspired Devon to stop going to those secret parties and now she feels her life will become boring. The program starts and Cooper and Billie take their seats. Right then, Billie starts contemplating and questions herself whether having a husband and kids is enough for her. After the program, Billie starts running and Cooper notices on his phone that Billie is heading to Brad's home. This suggests that Billie is not happy with Cooper and the kids. She needs to be free and wild. Cooper, meanwhile, calls his boss Francesca, suggesting that he's thinking about a life with her. The season ends as Billie arrives at Brad's house and tells him that she won't leave her husband, but will make love with Brad. To watch more explanations of these kinds of series, click on the videos on your screen, and don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last, thanks for watching.